Hey everyone, it's Kyle here, and today I'm going to show you how to fix a problem that literally took me 12 hours plus of troubleshooting, debugging, going back and forth with support from Frazier. I'm going to show you how to fix a problem that I never even knew existed until I started working on big projects in Frazier. Now, what do I mean? Well, if you read the title of this video, then you already know the problem, but I'm going to quickly explain it anyway. So, in Frazier, one of the golden rules of working in Frazier is if you're going to be working with a video in, say, a specific frame rate, so let's take 23.976 FPS. You know, that would be the frame rate of a TV show episode. Or sometimes you would have a video in, say, 29.97 FPS. You know, for some of the older TV shows, you might be seeing those types of frame rates. Well, for as long as I can remember, I had the mentality of the frame rate going in must be the same frame rate going out. What do I mean by this? Well, let's say I'm working with a video that is 23.976 FPS. In Frazier, the closest you can get to that is 23.98. They pretty much mean the same thing. If you are exporting subtitles, this is the only part that really matters, and the reason I'm making this video. If you are, exporting Word documents or Excel document scripts, this doesn't really apply to you. Use the mentality of frame rate going in should be the same frame rate going out. But if you are dealing with subtitles, it's slightly different. So right now I have an episode that I'm working on for The Haunted Hathaways. Mind you, I don't have the script done yet. I only just barely got started, but I'm going to show you, first of all, how I have my project set up. I'm going to show you how to export, and I'm going to explain, without actually demonstrating, because I don't have a whole lot of content to work with, why it's a bad idea to export subtitles in the same frame rate that you are, that the video is in. So, let's go to the project settings. In the project settings, we have our frame rate set to 23.98. This is what you should be doing. The default is 25 FPS. Unless if you know for a fact your video is 25 FPS, please choose the proper frame rate on this page. All right. So if we click on our document, we click the three dots, go down to Export Document. On the next page, what will happen is your frame rate will be set to the project's default frame rate, so in this case 23.98. And let's say you want to export a subrip or SRT or web VTT file. Well, you would think, oh, I just go down here, I would just select the subrip format, click on download, and call it a day. Well, yeah, that used to be how I thought it worked, but apparently not. You see, the way it works is Frazier exports using some weird, and look, I don't fully understand this myself. I just know enough to not do this. What will happen is, depending on the length of your content, you will notice what is called early drift in your subtitle appearances. What exactly does this mean? Well, let's say, for the first little bit in your video, your subtitles look fine. But after the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even 20 minutes go by, your subtitles will appear earlier and earlier, therefore throwing off your description timing. If you're someone like me who uses SRT files during their recording workflow, yeah, this is going to really have a problem. But don't worry, there is a simple fix to this. And this is something that is going to take you a while to sort of wrap your head around and have you unlearn. And trust me, this feels so weird to me. Seriously. What you need to do on this page is, instead of blindly choosing your project's frame rate, choose one of the whole numbers. So 24 FPS, 25 FPS, 30 FPS. So in this case, our video is 23.98 FPS. You would think, oh, we'll just export using 23.98. No. Choose 24 FPS, choose either subrip or web VTT, and then you should be set. Now, The exception to this rule is if you are working with Word documents or Excel documents or even .adc files. You want to export these at the project frame rate. So if your video is 23.976 or 23.98 and you plan to export a Word document or an Excel document or a .adc file for backup purposes, export at 23.98 and not 24 FPS. However, for this case, since we're going to be exporting in subtitles, we will export in 24 FPS. And then once you do that, click download, and there you go. I'm not going to download it because I've already exported it, or, well, I'm not ready to do it yet, but because I still need to finish it. But hopefully that will help solve some problems. You know, I feel like this is not documented enough. I've talked with the site owner, so me and him are like, we have a pretty good connection. We go back and forth. I feel like we email every day because there are either like bugs I encounter or questions that I have. Like, he is very approachable. Shout outs to Christian and Lucas. These guys make a really, really good product. And, you know, even though it's like over 30 euros a month for the base package, which does get pricey if you go from euros to Canadian dollars or even US dollars after the 19% VAT in Germany. It does get expensive, but honestly, in my opinion, Frazier is 100% worth it. There you go. That's my mini review. But I think this should help solve a lot of problems. You know, and I have talked to the owner. I did pitch, you know, documenting this issue and how to fix it. So hopefully this will serve as sort of a companion piece to the help page. But anyway, until then, thank you for watching and have a good one.